Hi, I'm Rue, and I have depression and anxiety. And today I thought I would take a minute to talk about something that really kind of snuck up on me the other day. And it doesn't matter how long you've struggled with depression and anxiety, whether it's a new condition, something you just had diagnosed, or if it's something that you've dealt with for years, like I have. Um, if you ever take your eye off of that thought, off of the knowledge that you have to be really careful with things, your anxiety, your depression, they can sneak up on you and really, really get you in trouble. What I'm talking about is um, I know that I have to stop. And if there's a lot of commotion going on, um, I need to stop what I'm doing, especially if it's something that's really important, something I need to really concentrate on. It's a person with anxiety, their mind, it's like anxiety and depression are complete opposites, okay? Depression kind of slows you down, and it just kind of makes you, I used to say that it made me feel like I was walking through a bowl of oatmeal. You're so sluggish, slow, your brain doesn't work quite as fast as normal. Eeyore, from Winnie the Pooh. I remind myself of Eeyore sometimes when my depression is a little out of whack, or my medication is starting to need a change, or something like that. Anxiety, on the other hand, anxiety makes your head and thoughts go, over here, over there, just all over the place, just running as fast as they can. It's almost like having hyperactive brain to a degree. Um, I know I need to stop. I need to take a deep breath. I need to concentrate on what I'm doing more, or just give that one thing that's ahead of me more focus than what I am. Or I need to move to a different part of the house. I need to wait until there's not a ball game on, or my daughter's not having a fit about something. Just remove myself from the commotion. Because if you've already got a brain that's going crazy, then you put it into an environment that's crazy, then all you've got is a big ball of crazy. And that equals mistakes. At least it does to me. What I did was, my daughter was talking about her day with her dad. Everybody was kind of getting ready for bed, that kind of thing. I was taking my medication. Um, I am a horrible diabetic. I think I mentioned that before. And I take 3 different kinds of injectable insulins. One I take once a week. Then I have an insulin that is a long acting, and it kind of stays on board in the background. And it's, good from dose to dose. Mine I usually take about 8 o'clock at night, and it's good until like 8 o'clock the next night. And then I take my next dose. And then I have one that's a fast acting, where I take my blood sugar, see what that number is, and based on a scale, where the numbers are, I take it and it brings it down immediately, within a few minutes. And I was taking my injections, and all of a sudden, the second I took the second one and I pulled the needle away to put the cap back on it, I realized what I had done. I had reversed the dosage on my fast acting, which is low units, a low amount, low dose. Like, I should have been taking like between 30, around 30 um, units. I took 80. And on the one where I should have taken 80, I took 30. So I immediately, thank goodness, realized what I had done. Um, 80 units of fast acting insulin is a lot, or at least a lot for me. If I had, and I just thank the good Lord above that I happened to notice what I had done, because if I had gone to bed, that could have done major damage. It could have, I could have gone into a coma and never been, never woke up. So luckily, I am friends with my doctor's nurse. She's fantastic. She's also a diabetic, and she happened to be online. And so I sent her a Facebook message. I was like, You're not going to believe what I've done. Help. What do I need to do? So she was like, okay, the first 2 hours are going to be, it's going to peak by about 2 hours. She's like, you need to stay up. You need to be checking your blood sugar every little bit and eat something that will make your blood sugar rise. In other words, sugar, carbs, anything that makes your blood sugar rise. Well, the problem I had with that was my household has been on this, regimen here where we are getting healthy. Um, I'm eating a good balanced diabetic diet. I have very few things with carbs in them here. I have no refined white sugars, no candy, no cookies, no cakes, no nothing. We've been doing really good. And we about, let's see, between 6 and 7 weeks now, I've been, doing right and doing really well. First week was a little tough because, like a lot of Americans are, and just a lot of people in general are, I was addicted to sugar. I had to break that addiction. I had to get past it. And I knew I had spoken to my mom a little earlier, and she had mentioned she was fixing to run to Walmart. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to call my mom. I'm going to see if she's still at Walmart. They live next door. Um, and I said, Mom, are you, call her. So you please tell me you're still at Walmart. And she said, yeah. She goes, we're about to check out. And I said, can you buy me a bag of M&Ms? And she was like, what? Because, she knows I've been on this, crusade here to get healthy and lose weight and change my eating habits and stuff. And it kind of took her by surprise. I was asking for a bag of M&Ms. And I wasn't asking for the big $10 mammoth bag, and I wasn't asking for the little, dollar movie theater box. I wanted the one in the middle. So she was like, yeah, I explained to her what I had done, and she said, yeah. She said, we'll run back, get it right quick. She goes, we'll be there, 10, 15 minutes. So my husband and I have kind of had a little bit of a competition going on over to see who could lose the most weight. And you know how couples, they'll say things like, you'll say I love you, and you'll say, I love you more, or I love you most. Well, we do that like most, or lots of people do. And I use the ringtone on my phone, which is the John Legend song where it says, all of me loves all of you. So now my running joke is, after I've weighed, every 2 or 3 days, I'll weigh and see, and I'll be like, I love you 23 pounds less than I did a month ago. And that's kind of been our, our running joke. So my mom brings in, she gets here, brings in the M&Ms, and we get ready to go to bed, and I'm like taking my blood sugar, and I'll eat, 8 or 10 M&Ms, and then, 15, 20 minutes later, I'll, check it again. And I know this is going to be my night, So my husband is the kind of person that could have been like, yeah, you're fixing to eat a bag of M&Ms, and that's going to make me lose more weight this way in. And yeah, haha, I'm going to beat you. But what he did was probably one of the sweetest things. And this is just, I don't know, this is looking for the good in every situation, which is a good way to be, but it's also the way he loves. He sat up and ate M&Ms with me and made sure I was okay, and made sure he ate sugar as well, so that I wasn't alone, because I was really concerned. I'm like, great, I've gone all this time, I've not had any sugar. I'm going to have this taste of, chocolate, my favorite, I'm going to have, M&Ms, and now I'm going to want M&Ms tomorrow and the next day and the next day. And how am I ever going to get back on track again after doing so well? And I was afraid I would be like, an addict of any kind. Once you get that taste of it, you just go back full force where you were before. But he ate M&Ms with me. Is that not the sweetest thing ever? He blows me away. So obviously, I got through it, got through the night. My blood sugars are running good again. And I stepped right back into where I was, and I have eaten well all day today. I have eaten very, very well. And I've not cheated. I've not wanted to cheat. And we threw the rest of those M&Ms away. There was just a handful, because of course my daughter had to have a few too. And so the time all three of us ate out of the bag of M&Ms, and I got through all night, there was not but just a little handful of M&Ms left. So I did it. But the thing is I knew better. I knew better than to try to take medication, something where I needed to concentrate on. I needed my full brain capacity engaged and, working the way it's supposed to. I should have waited. I really should have waited. But that's the thing. Depression and anxiety are like a veil, like kind of like cheesecloth or something that goes over, goes over our head. And every thought that comes into our head, out our mouth, processes through our brains, has to go through that veil of depression and anxiety. And that thought alone can be depressing. It can be, like, great, now I've got to learn a whole new way of looking at things. Well, you do, but that's the opposite of what you need to. We have to tell ourselves that yes, we have to think differently, but because we are able to think differently, we'll be able to live a normal life. We just have to be careful. Somebody please tell me, am I not the only one? Tell me somebody else has done something crazy, stupid like this. I certainly hope I don't ever do it again. I know my husband and my daughter are both like, do you have the right insulin? How many units are you taking of your insulin? So now they're treating me like I've lost my mind. And that's probably good because I need to keep her sometimes. And two, moms, I now know dads too, but especially we moms, our moms are going through thousands of things a day. Like my daughter runs in and she's like, Mom, we did da at school today, and can I do this next week? And tomorrow we got to do this. And oh yeah, by the way, I need to dress up like this tomorrow. And it's like 8:00 at night, and it's chaos. Sometimes it's just chaos. I try to have systems in place. I have routines in place to try to combat these things as much as possible. But I'm trying not to beat myself up because I had a slip up. I made a mistake. Sometimes mistakes are costly. But I got right back on that horse again. I'm right back into making sure I'm taking the right thing. I'm doing the right thing. It's made me more sensitive and aware of what can happen. Sometimes I think we need those little reminders, as long as they're not, too dangerous of a reminder. But we need those little things to say, hey, guess what? You're human, and you need to back up and don't be careless. So go out there this week and put systems in place to help you get through life and to get through those tough times, those chaotic times, and have things in place to make you live your best life. Till next time.